Praise God.
And if you belong to Christ, who holds the power and the healing abilities, that same power and healing abilities belong to you too. You too also have self-healing abilities and that same power that Christ brought you with. Isn't that nice? You should be glad to answer that.
To make a change, because right away, they say, well, I got to change, right? I got to make this transformation in my life, right? But, exactly how long it's going to take, because that could be a long process. That process can...
Marcus Hart Transform You Radio Show. The only radio show where you can make real results and start living in your purpose. Visit MarcusHartEnterprises.com. MarcusHartEnterprises.com.
Hello, my people. And it is Saturday. We are back for a doubleheader. Now, I'm not talking about NBA. I'm talking about a very special doubleheader on the Transform You live show exclusively. Now, if anybody know me, I normally don't do anything on Saturdays, but I found, something just, attractive about Saturdays that, made me just want to do something special and bring on two exclusive special guests. Our first guest, she's going to set the tone for what we are looking to accomplish here today. She's definitely the person you're going to want to connect with. But before we get into her, let's talk more about on how you can be a part of this growing, trending community of world's leading experts, that is, and their friends, and my friends, of course. And, if you all get together, if we all just come together, we can all be friends. And you can do that by joining for free at the TransformYouBroadcast.com website. Once again, that's TransformYouBroadcast.com. Now, I normally don't stream from home, but I am home, and, we decided to bring all of the laptops here, and we brought all the equipment necessary we need to do a live stream. We brought it exclusively here, down here at my house. So we are in my apartment right now, with the whole team almost, and everybody's like, we got to work on a Saturday. But no, this is not work. This is not work for me. I love interacting with other like-minded individuals and experts, and I love providing you guys, that's right, you guys, including my replay viewers. Can I get a hey now? For replay viewers, I love delivering you guys awesome content and being able to deliver some inspiration in your life, some motivation in your life, so that you can begin to restore your inner power and your voice and begin to make necessary transformation in your life. So that's what we're all about here. We cannot take any rest without making sure that we are providing you with awesome content. With that said, I'm done chattering. Let's talk about our guest for today. So our guest for today is no other than the awesome and amazing, fabulous Dr. Kelly Baez. She's a licensed professional counselor with a PhD. Now, that means she deserves the utmost respect, and I'm very humbled to be just on the line with her today. She's also the founder of Fit Shrink. She is definitely what we call a weight loss coach or consultant. She has this awesome focus on just being able to teach other people, how to sustain their health and how to reach new heights in their weight loss journey. She turns motivation into reality. So she's not just about all the talk, she's about the walk too. If you know what I mean, can I get a hey now? But without further ado, let's hear for Dr. Kelly Baez.
Thank you, Dr. Hart. It's really good to talk to you today and to all the listeners. Yes, I am so excited to be here because I love talking about healthy, sustainable weight loss. I was in private practice for a little over 10 years, and I counseled so many people who wanted to lose weight. But what I realized is that more than a diagnosis, people need support and information because, like you said, that's the goal, to turn motivation into healthy, lasting lifestyle change. So
Definitely.
that's my focus. That's what I want to do, is help people bridge that gap. And I think mindset is the missing piece of this puzzle.
Awesome. So tell us a little bit about your history with this. You know, you mentioned 10 years about encountering, these type of issues with people. But what is your personal story behind this?
Well, actually, that's one of the things that I'm really proud of is that, I'm not a naturally fit, somebody who just keeps a magazine-ready image, sort of, that sort of image. I've struggled with my own weight loss journey, and from that, I was able to learn a lot about the pieces that need to be put together in order to make this something that you can fit into real life, with real jobs and kids and family life. It's a lot to put together, and it can be tricky. So I'm grateful to have my personal experience in losing over 75 pounds, and I'm in the best shape of my life at this point, and it's just a natural part of my life. It's not overwhelming or crazy or anything like that. It's something that's really enjoyable now.
Yeah, just by the look of your picture here, you got an awesome, amazing picture here. You definitely are a gorgeous woman. So I'm afraid to just post it on the website. We're going to have guys just contacting you left and right. Yep. But 75 pounds, wow, that's amazing. So how did that begin to happen for you?
Well, about 5 years ago, I was at my highest weight ever, and I started to have health problems. I had trouble, breathing, and I had trouble keeping up with my day-to-day activities. My joints were sore all the time, and I just realized that this is not the way that I was meant to continue. I needed to make a change, and so that's what I did. And I started with trying to eat better and watch what I was eating, and then incorporated the exercise. And what I found was when I combined the two, the issues that I have, I naturally tend to be a high-energy, anxious sort of person, and all of the anxiety issues that I personally had just melted away. When you get all these pieces in place, it's absolutely transformative.
Nice. I love it. You're definitely speaking the language of our audience out there and me as well. And, I look in your bio, and it says you focus on mindset. So
right.
When you talk about mindset being the missing piece of weight loss, the weight loss puzzle, can you tell our listeners more about that?
Yes. Well, we all know what we need to do to improve our diet, and we all know that we need to exercise. The question is, how do we think about that in a way that fits into our lifestyle? How do we incorporate that into real life? And so by changing your mindset about what it means to eat more healthfully and getting very clear about your why, why are you doing this? Why do you want to make this lifestyle change? That's when you open the door for long-term success.
Definitely. Now, speaking of lifestyles, for a busy, individual like me, an entrepreneur, there's many other entrepreneurs, and probably a ton of them that's listening right now. We often make that excuse of like, oh, well, I don't have any time. I don't know how to do any exercise through the day. Or what do you say to those individuals, including myself?
Right. Yeah. It's hard to incorporate into your day for sure because it's something that we haven't put enough emphasis on, enough focus on. And really what we have to do is bump the importance up quite a bit because, again, it's not about how you look, on the beach. It's what it's about is long-term health. And so the most important thing is to add that exercise piece and to give it the value that it deserves in maintaining long-term health. And so what a lot of times I'll talk to my clients about is that you deserve to take a shower every day, and everybody takes a shower every day. That's just part of our personal grooming that we would expect to do. And exercise is no different. And so it's important to bump that up into our life. And again, we have to redefine what exercise means. It doesn't necessarily mean that you have to travel across town to go to the gym and spend an hour there hurting yourself. That's not it at all.
Right.
ideal exercise can be as simple as taking a walk around your neighborhood after dinner. And walking is an excellent exercise.
Definitely. Oh, yeah. So that makes it, it takes a lot of pressure off of people to hear it put in that perspective. So like, you mentioned anxiety was, was one of your health issues. I struggle with that myself as well. So, at what point did you, really discover that you were starting to melt away some of those health problems? Was it, like the first couple of days, or like did it take months?
Well, actually, that started to change very quickly. I would say within the first week or so, and with my clients, it's the same thing. We tend to see improvement within the first week or so. And here's the reason why. Anxiety is an energetic sort of issue. It's almost as if you have so much energy, your body doesn't know what to do with it, your mind doesn't know what to do with it, and so it becomes stale energy. I like to think about anxiety as stale energy. Right. And what the research has found is that 30 minutes of exercise every day is, for most people, as effective as taking medication because it burns off that stale energy.
Oh, that's great. Wow. I never, thought about it that way, and probably a lot of people never thought about it that way either. So I'm probably not alone. So, a lot of people are like striving to lose weight. Should that be, the initial goal, right away when they decide to just get back healthy?
Well, I think absolutely the goal needs to be on long-term health and steady lifestyle change. There's more than one way to get to your goal weight, but if you're going to make a change that you're going to live with forever and not just for the next month or two, then it's got to be slow, steady changes.
Right.
So if you've got some weight that you're trying to shed, really a good starting point is just getting out, walking a little bit. Wherever your starting point, you want to start where you are, not where you think you should be or not where you were 20 years ago. Start where you are right now and honor your body and honor your limits.
Okay. So what do you say to those who don't need to lose weight, but, like if you take a look at their lifestyle, it's not really that of an active lifestyle or proper eating habits?
Well, I think everybody can benefit from exercise, whether you're at your goal weight or not. In terms of your long-term health and longevity and quality of life as you age, the stronger you are, and the stronger, really, one of the most important things they found for balance for older people is your core muscles, the muscles around your stomach and your back. And if those are stronger, then you have fewer issues with balance and falling and that sort of thing. And so exercise is ideal for everyone. Heart disease is just, unfortunately, a rampant condition in our country, and regular exercise can do a lot to keep that away from you. And the same thing with healthy eating. Even if you're at your ideal weight, you can always benefit from putting some focus on what you're eating and the quality of food that you're eating.
Okay, awesome. So, we look here and right away, the doctor, gets our attention right away, with you being a licensed professional counselor. Does that kind of would you say that give you more of an edge on most people who promote themselves as a weight loss consultant or coach?
I would say so, and here's the reason why. We all know what you need to do to get healthy. If you pay someone to take you to the gym and push you through the sets and yell at you and that sort of thing, you can get results, and you probably are going to get results, but over time, you're probably going to come up with reasons not to do it because you haven't figured out how to incorporate it into your life. And that's why people lose motivation. That's why people join a gym and don't continue it. you need that mindset piece to figure out how to incorporate all of that into your life. And so I think by bringing to the table the mental health piece, or more specifically the mindset piece, this is something that people haven't tried yet. And the cool thing about it is that what my clients have found is that once they incorporate the mindset piece, they're using that gym membership that they weren't using before, and they are using that exercise equipment that is currently serving as a clothes hanger in the corner of their bedroom. And so it circles back around. So, by incorporating that mindset piece, then you can move forward with all these other tools and information that you have about diet and exercise.
Phenomenal. That's great. So when did you decide to start Fit Shrink?
I started Fit Shrink about a year ago. And like I said, I've been in private practice for about 10 years, but I decided that this was really the way that I could get the message out. This is something that I feel very passionate about, and I think that the more people who have this information, the healthier we can be. And so my goal is to reach as many people as I can and get this information out.
Nice. Yeah, I definitely agree. I definitely agree with you. This can never be a redundant, topic here, or area to just incorporate into the lives of many people. We definitely need to continue to promote it, and I don't think it's never too many people out there who's promoting this. So have you ever had anybody give you any backlash on why you should pursue this type of endeavor?
I think that so far it's been very well received, and because I come to the table with really an openness and a respect for each individual journey, this has been well received. And the reason this works is because I do bring my background as a counselor, and my goal is to meet people where they are, and then let's work together to find what works for you. I'm not coming from a place of, a peer expert where I'm going to tell you what you need to do. That's not it at all. We start where you are and then move forward with a plan that's going to work for you. So it's different than reading something in a magazine that says, okay, here's your meal plan for the next 6 weeks. I don't know about you, but I don't have time to follow a meal plan to the letter.
Right.
So it's got to be something that's flexible and it moves with life. And so far so good. It's been something that people tend to enjoy because it fits perfectly.
Definitely, yeah. And I'm with you right all the way about people they get so OCD about following these different plans and suggested diet plans and all this other crazy stuff, and it can get very discouraging, especially if they haven't put themselves in that mindset, like you said. That's very important. I really appreciate that you offer that. So what is actually like what does a good meal look like for you? On a good day.
My meal of choice is to cook up a big pot of veggies. I'll throw in onions and mushrooms and zucchini or squash and just saute it. And my belief is that food should be flavorful. I should be able to cook it very quickly. I'm not going to cook all day long. But then, be something that's very flavorful and satisfying, but also something that you can eat a lot of. I'm going to be full before I blow my calorie budget for the day, so to speak. So, and I think that helps people cope with the transition from overeating into eating healthfully. It's not about starving yourself. I think that a lot of people make that mistake, and that's unfortunate. So a healthy meal is going to have, some lean protein, loads of veggies. And one of the things that, believe it or not, I work a lot on with people is learning to incorporate vegetables. There's a lot of people who struggle with that. And so that's that's something that I think is ideal and really helpful in making a diet change.
Nice. Awesome. So I guess, there's a lot of people by the time of this year who's already moved away from that resolution of, losing weight and eating healthier. How do you keep them motivated, and still going?
Well, I think that really the most important thing is to start where you are with the exercise and embrace that. And then make slow, steady, progressive changes, build from one day to the next, and then also respect the transition that you're going through with your eating habits. If you're eating 3,000 calories as a rule, dropping it down to 1,200 calories is not ideal. And so what you want to do is make that slow, steady change. Maybe for the first week you're going to drop it down to 2,500, and then after you get used to that, then drop it a little bit more. If you get clear on your why, and this is the most important thing, if you get very clear on your why are you making this change, that's going to help you keep your focus while you're making these slow changes. Because I think a lot of people, especially in our society, are used to very quick results, and that's how people tend to sell weight loss programs, lose 30 pounds in 30 days. If you do that, you're going to hurt yourself. And our minds are designed to protect us from pain and suffering. And so if you make that mistake of doing too much too fast and hurting yourself, I can promise you your mind's going to work out a way to shield you from that and to move you away from that. And so that's where we end up seeing a lot of failed resolutions. So I think that if people would take their time with it and get very clear on your why do you want to get to your goal weight? For me, it was my health and my quality of life.
Right.
And so if you get clear on that, in the long term, you're going to have more success.
Nice. And so, I just heard you mention the key word there, success. So success, what exactly does that look like for a person, who's looking to lose weight or just with health? Period. Let's just talk. Let's keep it just general and broad. What is success when it comes to health?
What is successful?
Yeah. What in your opinion is considered success in terms of health?
Okay. Yes. Everybody's going to define that differently. When I talk to a client about defining their goal, the goal for me is going to be health. If I hear a client come to me and say, I want to look super in my wedding dress or my bathing suit, and I've got 3 months to do it, I've got 3 months to lose 60 pounds, that's probably not the ideal, because you're setting up a goal that is not healthy. And so when we talk about success, we're talking about long-term healthy lifestyle change. Success isn't necessarily in the end point. Success is in the daily decisions that you make to get to that end point.
Oh, I like it. I like that. Yeah, I like that. And I wish more people would look at it in that sense that success is a daily thing and not just a one-time event. You hear so many people make it keep you focusing on the end result versus the daily battle.
Mm-hmm.
What would you say has been your biggest battle in your life?
I think the biggest battle for me is balancing my fitness goals and my health goals and incorporating it into my family life in a way that keeps it positive for my kids. I always am very careful about making sure that they know that this is about health. This isn't about any other, the way I look. This is about health. And I think that's a really important message to send to kids, that it's, they end up with too much body consciousness. And so I think it's important to impose or to share that with them, that this is about health, and that's the biggest challenge. That's a daily decision that I make to put that out there to them so that they don't get overwhelmed with the images that they see in the magazines and such.
Yeah, and it's quite interesting too because just this year they released 3 different Sports Illustrated to the public with 3 different images of women. And I have had several conversations with people regarding this. So what were your thoughts about that when that Sports Illustrated did that?
This has been there's been so much controversy about this, and I'm glad you asked. This is my opinion that first of all, the body mass index, the BMI that a lot of people talk about in determining obesity or not, that isn't a useful calculator of anything. However, when you maintain a higher than average weight, when you have more body fat than would be considered healthy, you're running the risk of health problems down the road. And what you can get away with in your 20s or even in your 30s could very potentially catch up with you later. I've been overweight. I was overweight for a long time, but I was also very active in athletics. I rode horses and that sort of thing. But the weight started to catch up with me. The health issues that I experienced started to catch up with me, and that's what I've seen with many, many people. And that's the heartbreaking thing that, we see a lot of kids who are overweight, and if that maintains, then we start seeing evidence of heart disease. We've seen evidence of heart disease in children, and that's scary.
Yeah.
And so I think that, while these women are absolutely gorgeous, from my perspective, I think that we need to be careful about just showing that image and glorifying that image. While she's beautiful, my concern is the long-term health.
Right. I like it. And that goes back to what you mentioned earlier too. It's definitely in line with what you mentioned earlier about people having these scary goals that they set that they want to lose a certain amount of weight in a certain time or look a certain way. Versus, how are they going to feel in the long term, that longevity of life. So, we really appreciate that. You truly have been blessed and shed a different light on this topic for us, so just very appreciative. So if we wanted to get in contact with you, Kelly, what would be the best way to do that, Dr. Kelly?
The best way to reach me is by my website. It's fitshrink.com, FITSHRINK. And you can also check me out on Facebook at Facebook.com/fitshrink. And then my email is kelly@fitshrink.com, and I'd love to talk to you.
Awesome. And can you just repeat that website for us one more time?
Sure. It's fitshrink.com.
Okay. Awesome. All righty. Awesome. Now, I always ask every guest to come on board. With it being, the presidential election season here, we coming close to another presidential election here coming up in November. Do you have any thoughts on the current atmosphere of politics right now?
I'm standing back watching the candidates at this point, and I am prayerful that we're going to end up with somebody who's going to present the values and concern for our country that I have, and carry our country forward safely.
Nice, I love that. We just got to, you're right. We just got to, trust in the divine alignment of all of this, and what will be, we can't fight against.
That's right.
Yeah, no matter how much of a circus has been lately.
Yes, exactly.
So before we let you go, Kelly, is there any final words you might have for the guests out here?
I just want to make sure that everyone knows that I would love to answer any questions that you have. This is a new, fresh angle on weight loss, and if there's anything I can do to answer questions, please feel free to email me. I'd love to hear from you.
Nice. Well, we greatly appreciate you, Kelly. You're truly pleasant to have on. I love all the information you provided, and we definitely want to make sure that you get the right amount of people in front of your content, because you have so much to offer the world. What would we do without Kelly?
Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I enjoyed talking with everybody today.
Awesome. Okay, so you heard it from Kelly, and and you got a little bit of spill and a little bit of insight on what she has to offer, and it is truly amazing interview. There's another one coming up here, in just less than 30 minutes. We really enjoy this time here, and there's more explosive time headed our way. If you want to get more exclusive more exclusive information, or want to get access to all the recordings of this interview and others, visit transformubroadcast.com. That's transformubroadcast.com, and you will be able to join a community of different world-leading experts, just like Kelly and all of her friends and all of my friends. And once again, when we all friends, we are spreading the love and spreading the positive energy, because that's what it's about today. Until less than 30 minutes from now, we're going to take a short break. We're going to follow up with Kelly before we hang up here off record, and then we'll get back to the groove, with our next guest.